Hello everyone. So I hope you people have already watched all the basic videos that I have shared on in my channel, that is Python with Dr. Rajiv Srivastav. And in these videos we have discussed how to print different type of data type in Python. We have also shared how to implement the conditional statement. What are the different type of operators are there, like relational operators, logical operators. Then we have talked about what are the different data types available. I have discussed about the loop, and in the final lecture I have discussed about the function, how to implement the concept of function is Python, how to combine the function concept with the loop concept. So all the basic things, these are the basic things which are in any particular language. We talk about C, C++, Java. We have already covered. Now in this particular lecture I am going to move towards the analytics part, because the purpose of that particular channel is uh, to make you people move towards the analytics side. So for analytics, the first important thing is we people need to learn how to connect different type of files in Python. You know that nowadays different type of files are available. Few files are MS Excel file, are having extension .xls. Few files are CSV, that is the comma separated value file. Nowadays there is very popular format, that is the JSON format. So almost every type of file we can connect in Python, and after connecting that particular file in Python we can do cleaning of the data. We need to understand the data, we need to analyze the data, visualize the data, and finally do interpretation of all these things. Except this, we people will also learn how to make different type of models. We will see what is supervised learning, unsupervised learning, what are predictive models, how to implement all these concepts. So slowly we will move towards that. So today we are going to put the first step towards the analytics, that is how to connect different type of files and how to understand the data, so that is the first very important step. So let's start that particular session. So if you will see the first part, whenever you are going to open any particular file in Python, it's very important to import pandas library. Okay, so you can see in the comment, so importing pandas library is important. And how we will import it? So it's very simple: import pandas as PD. So as PD, we don't want to write again and again pandas. So to replace pandas with PD, we will use as PD. You can use some other word also, but the PD is the popular word, used by all the programmers. So better we will use the same one, that is the PD. Now to open any particular file, the command will be PD dot read underscore cv. So PD is the object and read dot csv is the method. So those who have knowledge of object oriented programming, they know what is object, what is function. If you don't know, need not to worry about that. You need to learn it, and the concept is very simple. So PD dot read underscore csv. So whatever be the type of file that you people need to mention after underscore symbol. So it is very much clear that here I am going to read, or here I am going to connect the CSV file, and this is the file, this is the name of the file, bigmart underscore data dot csv. So here you can see the extension is .csv, and this particular file is already available in my computer at C drive. So here again the important thing you people need to notice, that you need to give the complete path where your file has been stored, and we will use slash symbol for going from one drive to folder, then subfolder. Use slash symbol, don't use backslash symbol. That is a few important things, please remember, so it will make your life easy. So let's quickly execute that particular part. Let's execute that import part firstly. So I have imported that particular pandas library in my program. Then next let's read big mart underscore data CSV file. Now it has been read. Now there is a command, so you will see once the file will be open, its pointer will be stored in df. Okay, so it will be stored in a variable df. Now if you want to see the first 5 rows of the data or first 5 data of the file, so we will use dot head function. What function we will use? Dot head function. So we will simply write df dot head, or let's execute that particular part. Okay, here you can see the data is can be displayed, and now you can see the first 5 rows 1 2 3 4 5. So head function will always display the first 5 rows of the data. And if you try to understand that particular data, it's containing column like item identifier. So it's a big data. You can say the name of the file is Big Mart. So it is very much clear that this particular file is related to some mart, means which is selling different products. So this is the item identifier, weight of different items, then the content, what type of content it's containing, its visibility. So different type of columns are there. So the first 5 rows will be displayed. Now let's suppose I want to open the Excel file. So you know very well the Excel file has extension .xls. So the another file which I have stored at my C drive is superstore.xls. So here you will notice that since the file extension is .xls, so here we will use read underscore excel. So this particular part will tell that which type of file I am going to open in Python. Let's quickly execute that particular part. It has been executed. Now if you want to see the first 5 records of that particular file, so as usual we will use head function. So now you can see it has displayed the first 5 rows. So it's a superstore data. So you can say the row ID, order date, on which date the order has been given, ship date, ship mode, customer ID. So all such information will be there. Next important thing, whenever we will connect any particular file, the first thing I want to know what are the number of rows and columns in our file. So whenever we want to know the rows and columns, so we will use the shape attribute. What we will use? Shape attribute. So let's execute that particular part. It's giving error. Just sorry. I think function we need to use. Okay. df.set. Just let me check. df. Okay. Dot shape. I don't know why it's giving shape function gives number of rows and column. Yeah, syntax invalid. Oh, sorry. So sorry. It's attribute actually. We need to make it as a comment. That's why it's time to see. Okay, let's see. So suppose if I will not make that particular line comment, so you can say it's giving error, that is the invalid syntax, that there is no such type of syntax is available in Python. So learn that part also. So it's good that it happens by chance. So what we will do to avoid that particular error, we will use hash symbol. Now you can say the color has been changed. Now it's comment. Now let's execute it. Great. So now you can say unit 9,994 rows are there and 21 columns are there. So it's a big data, you can say. It's a huge, means around 10,000 rows are there and around 21 columns are there. So this is very important to know that how many rows and columns are there. Then suppose I want to display the last 5 rows. So to display the first 5 rows, we have learned the function is head. And if we want to display the last 5 rows, we will use the command dot tail. So we will use tail function. So here you can say df dot tail. Let's execute that particular part. So you can say, so as I have already displayed that total 9,994 data are there. So here if you will see, this is. So since the first row will start from the 0, you can say 9994 is the total rows of that particular column. So in this way, whenever you want to display the last 5, use tail function. Similarly, if you want to display the last 10 rows, provide the argument, that is I want to display the 10. So it will simply display the last 10 rows of the data. Here you can see the data. So here you will see it is giving information that this particular command is displaying 10 rows and the columns will remain same, that will be 21 only. If I want to display the columns, just execute it. So here you will see what are the different columns that I want to display by using df.columns. So columns is the attribute. Here one more important thing, always remember, if after dot symbol we are using columns, if there is a parenthesis, then it will be called function or method, you can say. If there is a no bracket, then it will be called attribute. So here you need to be a little bit careful. So columns will display also here, if you will read, so these are the 21 columns and the data type is object. You can say the data type is object. So that's why we are trying to access with the help of a object only. Similarly, suppose I want to display the data of any specific column. So if you will see here, so there is a ship mode. Just check where is ship mode. This. Suppose I want to display the data of ship mode only. What is the process? So df, and in bracket we will write ship mode, means name of that particular column, and if I will execute that particular part, so you will see that it will display the data. So you can say total that much data is 9994 data is there. So it will display dash 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 few data it has been displayed. I think around 10 data it will display. So it's important to, so if you want to know what type of data that particular column is containing, so it's a good command and we can check with the help of that particular thing. If I want to display the data of 2 columns, so simply we will use write the name of the 2 columns, execute that particular part, and you can say that it was saying that it's containing category furniture, office supplies, and ship mode is the second our standard class, like this only. One more important thing, many times I don't want to display any particular column data by the name of column, but in spite of we want to mention index number, index location. So here if you will see, so I have written df.iloc means index location 3. So what is the index location 3? Just execute it. So you will see its index location 3 is that particular data, you can say name 3. So here you will see, you can see it will display all the data of index number 3 only. Okay, so this is so in this way you can easily display the data of any particular location. Next important thing, if I want to display the data index location from 1 to 3, so I have mentioned earlier also that whenever the number will be written after colon, always make it n-1. So it will display the data of first, second and third. Just execute it. Here you can say it will display the data of first, second and third only. So here you can say first row, second row and third row. So if we want to display some specific data, so many times we want to understand what type of data each column is containing, so we can display the data of 1 or 2 column, or if you want to see the data of any specific row, then also the iloc is very important process. There are a few more combinations. Let's quickly see them also. So many times I want to selecting specific columns of a file. So many times I want to display the specific columns, or you can say the rows of a file. So here you will see the first column will replace rows and the second column will replace column only. So again I am repeating, the first column is representing rows, means whatever written before column, we need to start from this particular row, we have to end at that particular row, we have to start, we have to end. And if nothing is written, that means I want to display all the rows, but column I want to display only first and second column, because here 3 means n minus 1 means second column. So let's check this particular part also. Here you can see it will be displaying all the columns, you can say dash dash dash, and it's displaying data of row ID, order ID and date. Okay, so column means all the rows, and second column will represent column number. So column number means 0, 1 and 2, or you can say it will be starting from 1. So first column, second column and third column. So here you will see it will display only the 3 column, that is the 0 column, first column and second column. Great. So these are the very common things which we really need doing analysis. The better we will discuss, we will understand all these concepts here. So suppose I want to display the first 2 rows, like you can see in first 2 rows. So what I will do, first 1 column 3. So it will display only first row and second row. And I want to display the data of second column only. So we will write 2 colon 2. So it will be 2 colon 2, because the 3 will be changing to n minus 1, that is 2. So if you will execute that particular part, so here you can see that's displaying data of only first and second, only 2 rows, that is the first and second, and which column data, that is only the second column, and the second column is order date. So any combination of the data which will be comprises of any number of rows or any number of columns can be easily displayed with the help of iLog. The only thing which we need to remember that what particular rows you want to display and what particular columns you want to display. Last one more important thing, that many times you want to display rows based on some specific condition. Means suppose I want to display only those columns where the category is equal to furniture, where the category is equal to furniture. So let's execute it. Okay, here you will see, let's check the category and furniture quickly. Just a minute, let's, oh, it's displaying all the data. So let's so here you need to always remember, please drag it properly whenever you are facing such type of problem to see all the data. Okay, so in this way it will display all the data where category is equal to furniture. So here you will see category, and it's displaying only furniture category data. It's displaying only furniture category data. So it means we can display data based on some condition also, and that condition you people need to give here only. So df category equal to furniture, display that particular data. So these are the few simple commands which you people need to understand before we are going to perform analysis. So kindly try to open different type of files, try to understand the rows and columns in a file, try to understand the data, what are the data of different columns, how many columns are there, try to display the data of some specific columns, try to display data of some specific rows and columns. And because for analysis of data, it's very important to understand the data, what is that data about, what people can do, what is the problem. If all these things will be clear at that particular moment, then we can do better analytics. So thank you so much. So hope that part is clear to all of you. So keep learning, keep practicing, and you will be in master in Python. Thank you so much.